favorite songs. Actually, one of the very first 45 records I ever bought. A song written by a guy named Shel Silverstein. Old Johnny Cash recorded it. Oh, you know the one. Well, my dad left home when I was 3. He didn't leave much for Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke. It got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Well, some gal giggle and I get red, and some guy laugh and I bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. And I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars, kill that man that gave me that awful name. But it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town, my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at the table dealing studs sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mama had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. Well, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood run cold, and I said, "My name's Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die." That's what I said. So I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the wall into the street, kicking and gouging into the blood and the mud and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule, bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh, I heard him cuss. He went for his gun and I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you had to get tough or die, and it's that name to help to make you strong. Now he said, "You just fought one heck of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and spit in the eye, 'cause I'm that son of a beep named you Sue." Well, that's how my 45 went. So what could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him Pa, he called me son. I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I've tried and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, well, I think I'm gonna name him Bill, George, Johnny, anything but Sue. Anything but Sue. Thank you all and God bless.